What's up, guys? I'm Isaac at Tobacco Road Harley-Davidson here in Raleigh, North Carolina with your pre-owned bike of the week, a 2005 Softail Standard. Now, the Softail Standards have always been known as just being basic, great, fantastic motorcycles. They're stripped down, simple, not much to them, and they're two wheels and motor, and they're ready to rock and roll. There's definitely not much to them, but they've definitely got what you need. Now, 2005 was actually the first year of fuel injection for the Softail Standards. So this bike is going to be a little bit easier to get started in the cold winter than it would be working with a carburetor. Instead of making sure you've got the choke pulled out just the right amount, all you've got to do is hit the run, hit the start, and this motorcycle is ready to rock and roll. So the first thing you'll notice that's different about this bike are those rims. These are Harley-Davidson Thunderstar rims, which is probably one of the coolest names given to one of the coolest rims you can get on your Harley-Davidson. Definitely look a lot cooler, and they stand out a lot more than the standard spoke rims that you would have found on the Standards. You've got the upgraded LED headlight, engine guards, new mirrors, grips, Screamin Eagle pipes, the HD security system, and these pretty sweet Saddlemen bags. This bike does have a single integrated unit for the rear brake and the turn signals. So underneath that bobtail fender, you've got that one smoked out lighting fixture that actually has the brake light in the middle and then the turn signals on either side, just to give you a more cleaned up rear fender. These older twin cams are just fantastic bikes to ride around, and they're about as pure and real of a motorcycle as you can get. We're going to give this bike a quick lap around Raleigh to show you why these bikes are fantastic motorcycles and why you might want to make it your next or your first Harley-Davidson. So stick around for your pre-owned bike of the week. Alright, so what's up, guys? Here today we've got the 05 Softail Standard. Fuel injected, gorgeous motorcycle. A couple quick things on it that I haven't mentioned yet. This bike does have the Michelin rubber on it. These pipes are plenty nice. I'll start this up for you here in just a second. This motorcycle does have the locking ignition switch, so there's truly keyless entry. If we want to turn it on, we can just turn that and be ready to go, and you'll see it's got just over 14,000 miles on this bike. But if you don't want somebody else hopping on your bike, then you can just flip that open and then lock it up just like that. This bike does have the security system, so if you wanted to lock the bike, you can hold the button right here. You'll see it flash 2 times, and then this motorcycle is armed, so then it's going to give you a little alert if somebody starts to move it without unlocking it. And then if you were to unlock it, you'll just double tap this button here twice, and then you'll see the turn signals flash again. So this motorcycle was unlocked and unlocked and disarmed, so we're ready to ride it. I'll show you guys how amazing saddlebags are. So, and to close these, you just put the little buckle in right there. So go ahead and start this thing up right here for you. Oh yeah, she is ready to rock and roll. So awesome looking bike. Here's that cattail I was showing you earlier. You can see you've got your little brake light right there and the turn signals on either side that'll flash. Pretty cool, it's smoked out, looks really good. Makes it all nice and discreet in there. So love the Softail Standards. You've got the 88 twin cam, plenty good power. We're going to show that to you here in a little bit. Let's see, can't get over these rims. You see you got a nice bright LED headlight, LED little headlight in there. So plenty of fun, plenty bright, make it look nice and cool. Be plenty good to go ride today. Got nice weather, should be a good ride. Alrighty, and we are sealed up inside this helmet now, so let's go ahead and hop on this thing. So I will admit, for my shoulders, these bars are a little bit pointed in, a little bit, but that gives you good style. You just have to turn your hands a little bit more, and you'll enjoy it just fine. So let's go ahead and give this bike a nice little run around the town, why don't we? So the old Softail Standards, I love the look of these bikes. I mean, they're about as classic as a motorcycle as you can get. They've got just the perfect amount of rake up in the front. They're nice and smooth. That twin cam sounds like a motorcycle. These bikes are just hard motorcycles to beat. They're smooth and they're just smooth, fun bikes. Super easy to ride. And then they're nice and stable too. So they're still a Softail. So they've got that nice classic hardtail look. But you've got all the benefits of full rear suspension. yeah, nice and smooth. This is a hard bike to beat right here. You got the forward controls. Honestly, these bars aren't as bad as I thought they were. You can hold them really well, especially with these grips. They're fun, cozy. So, our rear suspension test feels good. Not too bad on the bumps. The cooler thing with the old Softails compared to the new ones, so the new ones, they've got that big mono shock in them. But whereas the old ones, they just have they actually have dual mono shocks underneath, and they actually work different as well. So instead of the way they're mounted in the swing arms, is it actually, so now the mono shock is up here at the top, so now it kind of goes in like that, but now the older ones actually have the shocks on the bottom, so it pivots at the top and then goes in or up like that. So pretty fun. It's different. It's fun seeing how things have changed over time. But yeah, this is plenty good out on the road. And so now let's see how she does on the highway. You can put some good highway miles on these bikes, especially good seat. It doesn't have cruise control. That is one thing I will say. It is still throttled by cable, so you can't really do digital cruise control. And it doesn't have the little set piece there as well. So we'll go ahead and get on it and get on the highway here. Another thing I love about these bikes is that you do have the I love everything about these bikes. So many things to choose from. Let's see. This one does have engine guards, so you're doing those long miles on the highway, probably speed up, lean on back a little bit, and you got here sitting. Hit my cheek. You're sitting nice and cozy right here. So this is fun. This is a good ride right here for sure. So the Softail Standards, you can put a lot of miles in them in the seat. This is really good. You can put a lot of good miles on them. This seat's very, very comfortable. You've got plenty of fuel. I believe it's a 5-gallon tank on this guy. So you get a really good range on them. You can just hop on these bikes and roll. So it does have the dual caps. So what you got is you have your fuel fill up on the right. You got your little fuel fill up on the right, and then you've got your little fuel gauge on the left. So it is no 5, but you can actually see your fuel, how much you got in it. Oh yeah, that was the thing I was going to say. So the thing I really love about these bikes is that you do have the skinny front wheel. Now there are a lot of benefits to either one. Each has skinny front wheel, fat front wheel, definitely have their place. But the skinny wheels, they look good. They've got that kind of classic styling to them, especially with that little bit of rake out to the front. They look good. They look really good. Ooh, let me fix my other mirror here. Oh yeah, see that shiny blue Camaro right there behind us. So these bikes are nice and smooth, ton of fun. Let's see, what else we got on this thing? Let's see. They're good. I mean, just the tanks look cool. Black motorcycle, bit of red accents. Who doesn't love a good black and red color scheme? Plenty good. Got some good sound to them. Got the Screamin Eagle pipes on this motorcycle. They are screaming. Man, it's got some kayaks. It's ready to go hop in some water. It's a beautiful day for it. Beautiful day to do about anything you want. Ride a motorcycle. Hop on some kayaks. And so the seat actually has it almost feels more like a gel seat. The way it kind of molds and holds you right there. These nice little mini floorboards are nice. They're kind of like pegs, but you've got more room to have your feet on. For city ride and stuff like that, I much more enjoy having pegs to put my feet on, just because I feel like I can go up onto them a little bit easier. So, no complaints there. So let's see, and this would be our turn right here. This little girl is nice and smooth. We're gonna give Mr. Pine Straw ooh, that was a tongue twister. A little pine straw trailer, plenty of room up here. So, let's see. One disadvantage to this bike, I'll say right now, is that if you're riding around noon like we are, you've got a lot of chrome right here in the middle. So, the old chrome tank can be a little bit of an issue sometimes. Having that noon sun reflecting right back up into you. But it's not bad. You can just, especially if you're wearing a full face helmet like I am, you can just kind of lift up a little bit and your little chin piece there will cover it up, no problem. So on to our next part of the test, how well she carves. So you do have that skinny front wheel right there, so she'll be able to just kind of roll right on up into it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's just enjoyed it here. These bikes are just so much fun, so smooth. Easy to roll. Are they quick? They're quick enough, you know. If you're looking for a good bike for first bike or any bike, I mean, this is a fantastic one for anyone. You know, they're much smoother than the Dynas are going to be. Or as far as vibration, that sort of thing, you're not going to feel quite as much as you would with some of the Dynas. It is only an 88 twin cam, I'll say, so compared to the other ones are going to have a little bit more scoot than this guy, but this one scoots well enough. Ooh, some street cleaning up here. Cleaning up the streets. Just cruising on this bike today. You want a cruiser? Boy, do I have the bike for you. So, let's see. Other cool things on this bike. Floorboards, engine guards, LEDs, good look, good suspension. All the simple controls up here. Yeah, I mean, this it's pretty stock, standard, Softail standard. The only things that, you know, the only upgrades you're really gonna have on it are gonna be those bags, the LED lights, engine guards, rims, and that's more decorative pieces and things like that. But for the most part, all the Softail standards are pretty solid. Not a lot you really got to do to them. A couple small things here and there. you know, to kind of just fit your needs a little bit better, such as putting on bags. So could you do any long touring with this bike? Absolutely. Yeah, you can, and people still are. I know somebody that just took an 05 Heritage to West Virginia for a weekend, and that old girl did plenty fine out there. Me personally, I've taken an 05, or excuse me, I've taken an 04 Softail Standard on plenty of little trips, weekend stuff like that. And I'll say having some saddlebags on, I mean, that was a huge advantage right there. Just being, which I've said plenty of times before, you know, I love the look of a stripped down bike, especially Softail Standard with that little bobtail rear fender. That's sexy right there. But not having to wear a backpack is golden to me. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like feels like you're missing out on some of that motorcycle freedom if you're wearing a backpack, you know? You got strapped in. No, you gotta soak it up, enjoy it. We have a good old cyclist up ahead here. So let's see. Yeah, and also the buttons are a little bit different than what you might be used to. The buttons will feel a little bit different. So compared to the new Softails, there's kind of a little bit more to these. You know, that these buttons really kind of go in more. Another fun little change that they made from these old hand controls to where we're at now is the flashers, so the emergency signals there. So before, with this bike, if you want to put your flashers on, you'd have to press and hold both of these. But now you've just got a button that is the top end of your starter switch, so a button that you probably won't have to press at the same time. But you would just reach over and hit that. Now, I will say the only downside to that is sometimes if you do dumb things like me, and you like to kind of use your signals a little bit, so if you end up getting stopped in traffic somewhere, sometimes reaching your thumb across the kill switch on the bike to hit the flashers, you know, you might have turned your flashers on, and then you're getting to, then the situation's resolved, so you get ready to leave, and you reach up and hit your flasher button, only to realize that your bike is cut off. One downside, but it's one of those things like you do once and you're like, all right, that was dumb, let me not do that again. Brakes are good. It's simple. It's relatively light bike, so I mean it's pretty simple. It definitely feels a little bit heavier than the newer Softail Standards. If you're lucky, we might actually review a Milwaukee 8 Softail Standard next. It's interesting how the looks kind of changed. So now the Softail Standard is actually, the newer one is more of a stripped down street bob. the way it looks in this setup. So it's kind of like a stripped down street bob more than anything. It's the way the stances are and everything. If you get a street bob, you basically have a Softail one standard with a 114. Whereas these kind of had their thing. You know, they were basic and just motorcycle. You know. That's one of the new Mustang Mach things. Interesting. I'll say the heat's not bad. I'm just sitting here in the summer heat, legs on it. It's a little bit warm, but it's not bad. I will say how smooth these bikes are, just always fun. Yeah, let's see what else we got while we're waiting on this light. You got your miles on your bike, your A, your B, and your miles. So, no fuel range, no gear RPM ratio, none of that stuff. Don't need it. So, oh look, the light's about to turn green. Yeah, so plenty easy, plenty good. Oh yeah, so we're just looking at this bike right now, looking at her, and she's pretty easy to ride, pretty easy to run. So pretty responsive too. Kind of put the bike wherever you need to. Yeah, ripping it through gorgeous Centennial campus in Raleigh, North Carolina. So school's out right now, but if you're watching this video, the school is very much in. But school's out for the most part, so it's nice and pretty quiet out here. So now we will do the next part of our, I guess we could kind of call this part of the test, the old downhill deceleration, if you want to call that a test. Down here by the strip mall and the Dollar Tree and the Ruckus Pizza. Ooh, some pizza right now. Ooh, be delicious. Oh yeah, I'm listening to that rumble rumble. Climber action for you today. I'm crazy, but she's just partying right on up there. Those bikes, it takes an extra minute to kind of get up there, but once it's up there, like, it's going. Just got a little bit of weight to move, and now we'll party on back. Is that a Nissan, or no, not Nissan, Volkswagen Passat. Alrighty. Oh yeah. So, let's see, what beautiful sights do we have in store today? This is a 5-speed transmission. If you are doing some of those longer highway miles, you know, you might enjoy having that 6th gear a little bit better there. So now's about the time of the video where we talk about the daily commute on this bike. Can you do it? Yes. Yes, you can. It's been done. I've done it. They're wonderful bikes to get around the city. They're powerful enough. They're simple, and you can run them around pretty well and easy. So, not much to the bike, so it makes it a pretty simple choice to go run around and such. Plenty simple, and so for an all-around bike, it does fantastically. You know, it's small enough that you can whip it around most anywhere you want to around the city. You can squeeze it into places if you need to, and it's stable enough that if you're trying to take it on your next weekend getaway down to the beach or the mountains or somewhere like that, she will treat you just fine. Let's see if any kind soul here would let us over. Appreciate it. It's a fantastic bike. You can do a lot with out here. One that can treat you well. You just gotta treat her well, you know? Say nice things to her every now and then. Nice and slow right through here, and then we are back to Tobacco Road, Harley-Davidson. Woo! Alrighty, so thank you guys for sticking around for us on the ride and review today. Hope you guys were able to kind of figure out a little bit more about how amazing the Softail Standard is. Wonderful bike, tons of fun. Can't go wrong with this old girl. Yeah. She's just a lot of fun, simple, all there is to it, and a motorcycle that is ready for you to come get her, take her home, and keep on riding it. So in the meantime, thank you, and we'll see you soon.